One canoe, one gun, neck fish, room, enough for life because stay in the sea, simple.
How long can you hold your breath underwater? These are the Bajau people, nomadic sea dwellers who have lived on water for thousands of years. In the crystal clear waters of Southeast Asia, they dive deeper and stay underwater longer than most of us could ever imagine. National Geographic has written about them, and for good reason. They can hold their breath for over 13 minutes while fishing. Yes, 13 minutes, longer than most Olympic swimmers.
My connection to the sea is so much make me very happy.
Bajau children grow up surrounded by water, learning to swim before they can walk. Over generations, their bodies have adapted to their environment, with larger spleens to store oxygen, lungs that efficiently extract it from the water, and hands and feet designed to move gracefully through the sea. But is this life something they are proud of, or a quiet pain they've learned to live with?
Tibanangku sudah angku ni mbak, buna alo andaku.
I teach, I kid, I know follow my life, no be fisherman, hot life.
The Bajau people have lived in harmony with the sea for centuries. Their history is fluid as the very waters they navigate. Spanning across the maritime regions of Southeast Asia, including Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines, the Bajau are known as sea nomads, with distinct subgroups in each country. Despite regional differences, the common thread that unites all Bajau communities is their unwavering dependence on the sea. For them, the ocean is more than just a source of livelihood. It is the foundation of their culture and way of life. Their history isn't just about migration. It's an ongoing story of adaptation to the unpredictable and often harsh marine environment. Today, the Bajau have a population of around 1.3 million, with distinct subgroups in each country. Despite these regional differences, what unites them is their deep reliance on the ocean for survival, culture, and identity. The Bajau speak Sinama, along with other languages like Malay, Filipino, and English. While most practice Sunni Islam, some follow folk Islamic traditions or animism. Their unique way of life is intricately tied to the sea, shaping both their daily existence and their rich cultural heritage. In terms of architecture, the Bajau have mastered the art of building homes that are as resilient as they are resourceful. Living on the water, their homes are often built on stilts, elevated above the ocean, or placed on floating platforms. The iconic Lipa Lipa boats, essential to their lives, are one example of their floating dwellings, while their stilt houses are made from bamboo, wood, and thatch materials sourced from the very environment that surrounds them. These homes, designed with both practicality and sustainability in mind, withstand the tides and storms that come their way. The modular structure of their homes allows for easy expansion or relocation, showcasing the Bajau's inherent adaptability. Growing up on the water, Bajau children learn to swim before they can walk. From an early age, they are taught to dive, fish, and navigate the seas. By the age of 8, many are already skilled in hunting and fishing, spending their days at sea. A typical day for the Bajau begins at the crack of dawn. The Bajau's primary livelihood comes from fishing, and they spend hours out at sea, casting nets or diving deep into the water to catch fish and other marine life. They dive into the abyss, defying human limits. Once they have their catch, the next task is to bring it back to the floating markets or nearby communities. These markets, often set up on the edge of the water, are bustling with traders and vendors, where fish, vegetables, and other goods are sold. In the evening, the horizon glows with the fading sunlight, signaling the end of another cycle of survival for this resilient community. Would you dare puncture your eardrum just to dive deeper and longer? The Bajau people's freediving abilities are truly extraordinary, and have captivated scientists for years. Imagine diving as deep as 230 feet into the murky depths of the ocean, holding your breath for up to 13 minutes without feeling the panic most of us would experience. This incredible skill isn't just a party trick, it's a way of life for the Bajau. Fishing and gathering marine resources from the depths of the sea are not just daily activities but necessities for survival. Their bodies have undergone remarkable physiological changes to adapt to the underwater world in ways that are both astonishing and dangerous. One of the most remarkable features of their freediving ability is the size of their spleens. The Bajau's spleens are about 1.5 times larger than those of average land dwellers, a key adaptation that allows them to stay submerged longer. When they dive, their spleens contract, releasing oxygen-rich red blood cells into their bodies, keeping them submerged for those dangerous extended periods. The deeper they dive, the more their bodies push the limits of what is possible, defying nature's challenges. The Bajau's adaptations go beyond just their spleens. Some individuals have even intentionally ruptured their eardrums, allowing them to dive with less pain and more control under the immense pressure of ocean depths. Sacrifice? Permanent hearing loss. But for them, it's a small price to pay for a more efficient dive. It's remarkable, yet true. Beyond that, their lung capacity has evolved to help them endure longer periods without oxygen, and their underwater vision is nothing short of remarkable. Bajau children, even from a young age, can see clearly underwater, an advantage when hunting in the murky waters where most people would struggle. This adaptation allows them to spot fish and other resources that are otherwise invisible to the untrained eye. The Bajau spend about 5 hours a day underwater and continue to evolve through generations. These physiological traits are not just quirks of evolution, they are life or death adaptations. But what happens when a body is pushed too far? The dangers of freediving are ever present, yet the Bajau press on, their resilience and adaptability unmatched. They face risks like decompression sickness from rapid ascents, barotrauma from pressure changes, and hypoxia from holding their breath too long. Accidental drowning and unpredictable currents also pose constant threats. Additionally, the polluted waters expose them to skin infections and respiratory issues, making their daily struggle even more dangerous. The Bajau people's daily life is intricately tied to the sea. Their lifestyle has been honed over generations. In Bajau communities, men rise early each day, heading out into the waters to fish. These fishermen, using ancient techniques passed down through generations, often spend several hours at sea, returning later with their catch. The Bajau community's fishing methods include spearfishing, net fishing, and shellfish collection, utilizing tools crafted from local materials like bamboo and coral. These skills, vital for survival, have been fine-tuned over centuries, and children are taught to swim, dive, and navigate the waters as early as possible. This early education ensures that the next generation can continue these age-old traditions. Women play a crucial role too, particularly in shallow water fishing, and in preparing and preserving food to sustain their families, especially during lean periods. Bajau families often live in extended units, with multiple generations under one roof or in close proximity. This communal living structure strengthens their sense of belonging and mutual support, which is essential for survival. Elders not only pass down practical skills, but also maintain cultural stories and beliefs that keep the community unified. The stilt villages in which they reside are connected by narrow walkways that hover above the water, fostering a close-knit communal society. The design of these villages ensures that everyone works together, sharing daily tasks and responsibilities. But what happens when the Bajau face natural disasters? With their homes perched on stilts over the ocean, they are constantly vulnerable to violent storms and rising tides. These natural disasters can sweep away entire villages, leaving the community with nothing but debris. Floods and the powerful surge of water threaten both lives and livelihoods. After each storm, the Bajau are left to pick up the pieces. Some may consider moving inland to escape the constant danger, but many remain steadfast, unwilling to leave the water that has defined their existence for generations. The devastation forces them to rebuild, often using whatever materials they can salvage from the wreckage. It's a cycle of destruction and rebirth, driven by their deep resilience and a refusal to let go of their identity and way of life, no matter the danger they face. Could you adapt to such a life, where survival depends on the tides, nature, and the strength of your community? Interestingly, an American traveler visiting this place was deeply impressed by the way of life here. So moved by the beauty and the people, they longed to return and become a part of the community, falling in love with both the sea and the people who call it home. Marriage is a major milestone in Bajau culture, marked by elaborate courtship rituals like kanduli, where young men serenade their potential brides. Weddings themselves are grand events, filled with vibrant traditional attire, dance, and blessings from elders. The bride's costume, adorned with intricate beadwork and embroidery, showcases the artistry that defines the Bajau people. These events are not just about the couple but a communal celebration, with food, music, and dance lasting for days, underscoring the importance of family, community, and the sea. Have you ever witnessed a celebration like this? Let us know in the comments below. Cultural traditions and spiritual beliefs are integral to Bajau life. Rooted in animism, the Bajau have a deep respect for the sea, which they see as both a life-sustaining force and a spiritual entity. They believe in sea spirits and regularly perform rituals to ensure safe voyages and a good catch. Disrupting this balance is thought to bring misfortune to the community, making harmony with the sea essential for their survival. Over time, Islamic teachings have blended with their traditional animistic beliefs, creating a unique fusion of spirituality. This blend is evident in their rituals, festivals, and daily practices, where Islamic customs coexist with older traditions. Ceremonies marking births, marriages, and deaths reflect both Islamic and Bajau customs, reflecting a deeply rooted spiritual heritage. Storytelling is central to Bajau culture, where elders pass down knowledge through tales of legendary fishermen, mythical sea creatures, and heroic ancestors. These stories serve not only to entertain, but to impart important lessons about survival, respect for the ocean, and living in harmony with nature. Many of these stories are cautionary, teaching younger generations the values necessary to thrive in their aquatic world. What else remains to be uncovered about the lives of these remarkable people? Keep watching to discover the untold stories of the Bajau and the mysteries they hold. Bajau's approach to health is unlike anything most people would expect. They rely on traditional medicine that has been passed down through generations, drawing on the natural resources around them: herbs, plants, and marine life. But their knowledge goes far beyond simple remedies. It's a complex, almost mystical practice. The sea, a constant presence in their lives, plays a pivotal role in their healing. Seaweed, mangrove bark, and other oceanic resources are used to treat ailments, their power believed to stem from the very essence of the water itself. However, the Bajau don't just rely on nature. Their shamans, guardians of spiritual health, perform rituals that many believe can heal the most profound and elusive of illnesses. These rituals address what the Bajau consider to be spiritual imbalances, believed to be the root cause of physical suffering. The line between physical and spiritual health is blurred for the Bajau, reflecting a worldview where every ailment has both a natural and metaphysical solution. Social events are a cornerstone of Bajau society, offering a vibrant reflection of their culture and communal bonds. Whether it's a wedding, a communal fishing trip, or a religious ceremony, these gatherings are lively celebrations that strengthen relationships and uphold cultural identity. Music and dance play key roles, with traditional performances often mimicking the rhythms of the sea, a testament to the Bajau's deep connection with the ocean. The sounds of drums and singing echo the waves that shape their lives. The Bajau people have shown remarkable resilience and adaptability throughout their history. but they now face significant challenges in the modern world. Globalization, environmental degradation, and climate change are reshaping the environments they have relied on for centuries. Rising global temperatures and the acidification of oceans are damaging coral reefs and fish populations, which are vital to the Bajau's way of life. Industrial trawlers and overfishing are further depleting marine resources, making it harder for the Bajau to fish as they once did. With many still dependent on traditional fishing methods, these external pressures are forcing them to either adapt to modern economic systems or risk losing their cultural way of life. Access to essential services such as healthcare and education remains limited in remote Bajau communities, often situated in isolated regions. The lack of infrastructure means that young people in these areas have fewer opportunities for higher education or skilled work, leading to poor health outcomes and limited economic mobility. While some Bajau have migrated to urban areas in search of work, many continue to live on the water, holding on to their ancestral lifestyle. Despite these hardships, many remain dedicated to preserving their cultural heritage and traditions. Local and international organizations are working with the Bajau to improve access to resources, preserve their marine environment, and promote sustainable fishing practices, helping them navigate the challenges of the modern world while staying connected to their roots. The future of the Bajau people remains uncertain, with ongoing debates over their way of life and the role of government intervention. While many Bajau continue to live on the water, their lifestyle has come under scrutiny from both the government and external organizations. There is a growing concern about their reliance on traditional fishing methods, which are increasingly unsustainable due to environmental degradation and overfishing, causing them to live in poverty. Children do not attend school and lack proper health care. For the Bajau, their connection to the sea is not just a livelihood, it's a way of life, deeply rooted in their culture and identity. The government's view of the Bajau community is mixed. While some officials view them as a symbol of cultural richness, others see them as a relic of the past, standing in the way of urban development and modernization. This has led to increasing pressure to move the Bajau people away from the water and into more conventional forms of housing, often in urban centers or settlements on land. The government has argued that relocating the Bajau would improve their access to essential services such as healthcare, education, and infrastructure, which are difficult to provide in the isolated, often inaccessible waters where they live. On the other hand, many external organizations and human rights advocates argue that the Bajau's right to live as they choose should be respected. They believe that efforts should be focused on supporting the community's adaptation to the modern world, rather than attempting to erase their unique way of life. These groups emphasize the importance of preserving the Bajau's cultural heritage and offer solutions to help the community thrive without forcing them to abandon their traditional lifestyle. Ultimately, the future of the Bajau is at a crossroads, with the government's plans for their relocation coming into conflict with the community's desire to preserve their maritime culture. The challenge lies in finding a balance between modernization and preserving the Bajau's identity. What do you think? Should the Bajau adapt to a modern way of life on land, or should their unique heritage be preserved? The Bajau people's way of life is both extraordinary and fragile. For centuries, they have thrived in harmony with the ocean, adapting to its rhythms and dangers in ways that most of us can scarcely imagine. Their ability to survive and even thrive in such a harsh environment speaks to the strength and resilience of the human spirit. Yet, as they face the forces of environmental degradation, overfishing, and external pressures from governments and modern development, their way of life is increasingly at risk. Ultimately, the future of the Bajau people hinges on finding a balance between modernization and cultural preservation. Their resilience, adaptability, and deep connection to the ocean offer valuable lessons for all of us in navigating the challenges of a rapidly changing world. Nevertheless, I hope that they continue to find joy and embrace their current way of life. Thank you for staying with us on this journey into the heart of the Bajau community. Your time and attention mean a lot. If you found their story as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like, comment, and share. See you next time for another incredible journey. Stay curious.